I'm Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different, and every breakup is different. Work with me, and you'll get professional help on your situation. Just click on the link in the description below, or go to my website, askcraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about coming on too strong. Well, have you ever been in a situation where you were excited about somebody new? Maybe you got somebody's phone number or went on a couple of dates with them and you got really excited about the way it was going, and you start to think about this person and wonder about them and just think about how much fun you had on those dates with them. It happens to a lot of us, right? And a lot of the times we can come on too strong in these situations, meaning that you don't act natural. You don't let things flow naturally because you are so excited about who this person could be and where the relationship could go that you start to kind of force things. And maybe you appear eager or needy, or you're willing to talk about serious topics right away when you don't even know the person, and it could really scare the other person away. Now, I have heard from many women over the years about guys that will profess their love on Facebook or social media and tell them they want to marry them, and tell women they want to have their children when they've never even met them. I mean, come on. How pathetic does that look? You're confessing love for somebody you've never even met in person, that you've only chatted with a few times on social media. It's sad. And when you do that, it displays like you have no value. You are willing to throw away exclusivity for a human being that you've never met, you've barely talked to online. I mean, it's just sad. And it doesn't work. If you do that, women are just going to be like, delete and block, right? And they should. Now, of course, ladies do these things too. I've told you guys before, I had a woman tell me she loved me 4 times on our second date. That's coming on too strong. And she was a nice girl, and she was funny, and she was beautiful, and a lot of nice things about her. But when I have somebody coming on that strong, of course I'm going to be like, whoa, that's a massive red flag, right? Because when you come on too strong, it does indicate that you do have some kind of issues going on, right? I mean, you've got attachment issues. Because who would tell somebody, I mean, essentially a complete stranger, that they love them on a second date? So like we were friends for years and all of a sudden we started dating. She doesn't know me. She may be infatuated with me, and who could blame her? But, I'm kidding, of course. But, you know what I mean? Like, who says they love you? I mean, and 4 times. It wasn't just 1 time, it was 4 times. So, you gotta be careful the way you come across when you're meeting somebody new. You got to let them wonder about you. They got to think about you and enjoy the time that they had with you as well. And not everybody is going to go at the same speed. So you might be somebody who likes somebody right away and you're so eager and excited to get to know them. And they may be the opposite, right? Maybe they have an avoidant attachment style. And they're like, whoa, you're coming on so strong here. Now, the interesting thing is that people with an avoidant attachment style do come on very strong too. And a lot of you guys are like, wait, what? Yes, they do. But it tends to be more sexual and lust in nature in the beginning. And they will come on and act like they're super interested too. It's really interesting, but we are really hardwired to connect. And in the beginning, of course, it's more infatuation and lust, because that's the way we're hardwired. That's a physical attraction. You feel that chemistry, that attraction to somebody, and that's how romance develops, right? So it's really important just to be more aware of how you're coming across to the people that you're dating, because you may not even be aware of how strong you're coming on. But think of a time where you dated somebody and they came on too strong, right? And think about how that really put you off and made you not want to call them back or see them. So take a look at your patterns. Maybe think of some different examples of people you've dated recently or in your life, and think about, do people tend to call you back, or do they disappear on you? And if it's happening over and over again, it might indicate that you come on too strong and it turns them off. So I got 2 emails today that I want to go through. One is just a really quick one that somebody wanted to say thank you, and it was such a nice email, I wanted to read it. And the other one is going to talk more about how coming on too strong can really scare somebody off. So the first one says, "Hey Craig, I just wanted to write you a quick email saying how much I love the channel. I found you about 3 weeks ago after one of my good friends heard about my relationship issues. I was very skeptical, especially when she said, 'You've never heard anything like this when it comes to love.' I have learned more about relationships in a few weeks than I have in my entire life. And I owe it all to you and Coach Margaret. I have already had a big turnaround in my relationship, which was on the verge of falling apart. I have learned so much about myself and my partner. I'm a huge fan, and I love everything from your corny jokes." You guys always have to throw a dig in there about my corny jokes. "And your adorable smile. You guys are making the world a better place. You've already helped improve my relationship with my boyfriend, who has agreed to watch any video I share with him. I cannot thank you enough for your valuable insights. Amber." And thank you, Amber, for sharing that. I really do appreciate getting those emails from you guys, and so does Margaret, and a lot of times I do forward them to her too. So if you ever want to send an email that gets to her, like a thank you email, I will send them to her for you guys, okay? And it's great to see that just in a couple weeks you've already turned things around for your situation. And the thing that I really hope that you guys do is really focus on personal growth in your life and making it a big part of your life, because your life will change. And you'll not only increase your chances of getting your ex back, but you'll significantly increase the chances of making it last, which ideally is what you want, right? I mean, you don't want to just get them back and then they break up with you again later because you didn't change and you kept having the same problems. It's not easy to make changes that are long-lasting. Many of you guys will make changes for the short term, but then if you feel like your ex isn't coming back, you give up and you go back to your old ways. And it's sad because I get emails all the time. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to share one this week where you've given up on yourself and all the work that you did, all the hard work, you've forgotten it, and then you wind up in a situation where you're depressed, maybe your ex comes back, and you miss an opportunity to reconnect with them. So make personal growth a part of your life always, and you will see how many of your relationships flourish and change in your dating life. Absolutely. So, I got a second email from a woman in her early 30s, and she dated a guy around the same age. Now, they only went on a handful of dates, and we're going to see why that may have happened, right? He says, "I broke up with him after getting upset, insecure, and needy. I didn't like the feeling and let him know I needed more than he was giving me." Now, remember, she had only gone out with this guy for like 5 dates. Okay? And there's an awful lot of pressure. Can you feel the pressure and the tension? I mean, love is supposed to be fun. Playful and fun. And this feels really pressure-filled after only a handful of dates, right? Because she's getting so upset. She goes on to say, on reflection, I completely overreacted to a problem that wasn't there. Well, the problem may have not been with him, but the problem was what's going on with you and your unrealistic expectations of a person that you barely know. She says, I've messaged him around each 3 days to apologize. He also apologized. He was disappointed, and we've both said how we had fun and enjoyed each other's company. He did say he felt I needed commitment that he couldn't give me. It was asking too much too soon. Okay, so there you have it. Too much too soon. Coming on too strong. They've only gone out like 5 dates, and there's a lot of pressure. She says, my parents were both abused as children. My needs also weren't met as a child. Right? Of course. Her needs weren't met, so now she's been desperately looking for somebody to correct what happened in her childhood. My mother hit me. My father cut me off when I was 13 after I chose to live with my mom. So that's really rough. I've worked really hard on myself in relationships with my parents, and I'm in a pretty good place. Except relationships. I was terrified to love for a long time and have chosen the familiar. When I turned 30, I realized I wanted love and a family. I'm proud to have begun to feel attraction for people who treat me well. Big achievement for me. Good job. That is awesome that you are starting to get some insight and to change those things for yourself. I can be insecure and get needy. The last guy I dated was lovely. Got me flowers, opened doors, pushed my chair in for me, etc. He seemed like an honest, upfront guy, and we had great chemistry and seemed to be compatible. We only went out for a handful of dates. I broke it off because I felt it wasn't progressing. Okay, so you go out with somebody for a handful of dates. How much is it supposed to progress? Like, at that point, you're just learning about each other, where you grew up, what you like to do for fun, your hobbies, your interests, your career, your passion. I mean, you're just at the surface of starting to get to know somebody. He talked about going away for a weekend together after the 3rd date, and I said it was too soon. But that was too soon? Let's see how the next date goes. And I had a weekend away with friends planned. I saw that as a casual way to hang out. He works away Monday through Friday, so I saw him every Saturday. I slept with him on the 2nd date. Too soon. Well, sometimes Mother Nature really kicks in, and you wind up hooking up with people on the 2nd date, the 3rd date, even the 1st date. And okay, there's nothing wrong with that. That's how you live your life. I'm not here to judge or tell anybody how to do things. All I would say is this. You want people to invest in you. And especially you ladies, a guy that is just looking to hook up, if he hooks up with you on the 1st or 2nd date, he might disappear slightly after that. And of course, that's what you want to do. I don't care. It's your life. I'm just trying to help you ladies get some understanding that sometimes guys will disappear after that. And sometimes guys think, well, if she sleeps with me on the 2nd date, then she probably sleeps with everybody on the 2nd date. And the ironic part about that is a lot of you girls only slept with that guy in the 2nd date because you really liked him. And of course some ladies do it just because they'll sleep with whoever on the 2nd date. Whatever. That's what you do. I don't care. But the point is, just to let you know that some guys will think, well, if she sleeps with me on the 2nd date, she will do that with a lot of people. and it turns them off. Whatever. I'm just letting you know. So, she goes on to say, the third date was just dinner, no sex. The fourth date, we had a great time, and I invited him for a sunset picnic with me on Sunday. He said yes, but later asked to reschedule to the following weekend instead. Okay, who knows why he couldn't do it, but he's at least trying to set another date, or set another time, right? I felt upset and started to think he must be seeing other people. Well, you guys aren't exclusive yet, so he might be seeing other people. That's why you always want to be somebody's best option, right? Okay. I said there would be no picnic next weekend as I was going away with my friends. Now, I don't know if that's true or you just were upset because you thought he might be seeing other people. On the Monday, he let me know he wouldn't feel comfortable with my friends because that was too soon for him. I was so upset, I felt abandoned. That's key right there. That's really important to think about. She feels abandoned by somebody she's only gone out with a handful of dates. Okay? Why? What is causing her to feel like that? Trauma from her past. Early attachment trauma, right? If she had a lot of attention, a lot of love, and was more securely attached, you wouldn't have a feeling of abandonment from somebody that hasn't even made a commitment to you yet. And it's only been 5 dates, right? And that he didn't want to see me again, even though, in reality, he asked to reschedule the picnic, which I rejected. Okay, so she felt like he didn't want to see her again, even though he asked to reschedule. By Thursday, we had no plans to catch up. I was stressed and upset and broke it off. Okay, so she probably is feeling like this is not going to work out. This isn't going to last. He's already rejecting me. He's already going to see other people. She couldn't handle the way she was feeling, so she just went ahead and broke it off, right? That's what I suspect happened. He said he was going to talk to me as he felt I needed commitment, and due to his work schedule, he didn't think he could give me what I wanted. We ended on good terms. Well, he probably was starting to see that you were coming on so strong, and he probably didn't like that. He apologized for lack of communication and said he learned from that. I apologized for being insecure and needy and said I need to resolve that. So far, I've contacted him around each 3 days. I think she means every 3 days. I've asked for a do-over. I regret breaking it off and can see I made a mistake. He said he'd like to be friends but does not want to get romantic with me. He said he's attracted to me, so that will be hard for him. He has not contacted me but responds instantly if I message him. Liked my Facebook post and told me he liked other pictures I've posted. I suggested we go for coffee. He told me he was busy last weekend but wouldn't mind to catch up this weekend. We talked about going to different vacation places together when dating. A crazy good deal for one of the spots came up and I sent it to him. He declined, saying he'd been busy at work for the month the deal was on. Mistake. Yeah, again, coming on too strong. He's saying he doesn't want to see you romantically. He wants to be friends. He's responding to you, but then you're like, hey, and we should go on this vacation together. And he's like, whoa, I just said I don't want to do this romantically, and here you are trying to get me to go on vacation with you. Yeah. I'm unsure if I should sit back and see if he contacts me, or if I should ask him out this weekend, as I'm the one who broke it off. Any help would be great. Well, okay. So you were the one that initially broke it off. However, the dynamic has changed, and it's almost like he broke it off at this point, right? Because you kept pursuing, and he's trying to politely decline your invitations at this point, and you're not seeing that. Or maybe you are seeing that and you just don't care because you're anxious and you're just going to do what you want, right? But I think this guy is fairly considerate and thoughtful in the way he's responded to you. Maybe he hasn't been direct by saying no, or maybe he hasn't as clear as he needs to be. Maybe he doesn't want to hurt your feelings. Because he's told you no, but, you know, you're like, can we get coffee? And he's like, I'm busy, but I wouldn't mind catching up on another weekend. But then you come on way too strong after that by saying, let's go on vacation together. I found a really good deal. And so, you know, you're going to have to work on emotional self-control and go and look at your relationship with your caregivers. That's really where you have to work, because it's causing you to come on so strong to people that you really don't know, and you just don't know him that well. Now, in what's going on with him, he seems like he could have some interest in you in the future, because he is responding to you right away, and he is probably still kind of on the fence in some ways. If I was in this situation, I would leave him alone. I would work on yourself. Really make a good effort to go and look at your attachment injuries and how you may be coming on too strong for people and scaring them away. This guy, he could come around. If he sees that you're not chasing after him anymore, he could reach out to you, and then you try and be really casual with him again and spark things up, and not talk about your needs or anything like that again, because that came on so strong. Just have a good time with him and get to know him. And I think that there's a good shot that this guy will reach out again, because he's liking your Facebook posts, he responds immediately, he's mentioned possibly getting together another time. You just got to slow it down. And he happens with this situation if you give him some time. And for all of you that are coming on too strong when you're meeting new people, remember, you've got to take it really, really slow. I know. If you want to get my help personally, just go to my website, askcraig.net. Sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I do email coaching. I do Skype coaching. If you have to get with me right away, I do offer emergency Skype coaching. Margaret is also available for Skype coaching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and I will talk with you soon.
Hi, I'm Coach Margaret, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist with 35 years experience. Every relationship is different, and every breakup is different. Work with me to get professional help on your situation. Go to askcraig.net to sign up for a personal coaching with me.